Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today to do the second video on this Monday doubleheader, and we almost sent you guys home packing because I forgot there was another video. Wow. Alright, anyways, we're here to check out a band that reached out to us. Astralborne is the name of the band. They're from the US. They're a melodic death metal band according to Metal Encyclopedia.
I was gonna say surprising, but we're starting to find more North American bands that are not just deathcore, metalcore, and death metal. Yeah.
No, I think they're
starting to peak out.
There's definitely a lot of bands outside of those genres. I don't think they get enough attention in the North American market.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't exist. They exist. It's just they don't get the same sort of eyeballs on their music or ears, whatever you want to say, as much as those other bands. Like hardcore, for example, is really popular in North America. So hardcore, metalcore, deathcore, death metal to a certain extent. So bands that are outside of those genres, like black metal or symphonic black metal or melodic death metal, those bands just don't get the same sort of attention.
Yeah.
So it's not to say they don't exist. They just don't
get attention.
Exactly. Well, that's why we're here, to give them some attention. By the way, they released their debut album last year, 2019, according to Metal Encyclopedia. Man, that place is the greatest place ever, if you want to find out stuff.
I feel like just printing out every page. And just
holy crap, like, man.
That'd be like a Bible.
It would be like an encyclopedia with different volumes.
Yeah.
That's what it would be like. Well, talk about killing trees. You know how many trees you would kill with that shit? There's a reason why God invented the internet, is so we wouldn't have to kill trees. Now we're going to get hate mail about God inventing the internet.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, no pun intended. All right, let's do this. Holy Moses. The hell? That was like... They would kick in the door as the song starts. They just kick in the door and then they just destroy everything in their path. All right. I have some positives, some negatives.
You go first. You go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. I only have one negative. These guys... Maybe let me start with a positive. Maybe I should start with the negative. Okay, I'm gonna mix them both. Yeah. How's that? All right. Okay. I liked it. All right. But there's always a but. Sometimes big, sometimes small. This one is like mid-size. So the song goes in a lot of different directions, changes a lot of different directions throughout the track. Every time they change direction, they performed it flawlessly. So each time there was a change in dynamic, that the track would go in a different way.
It didn't feel choppy.
Huh?
It didn't feel choppy.
No, the reason why it didn't feel choppy, in my opinion, was because it was well executed. If it's not if the band is shit, those changes in direction is going to sound like the song is made out of 10 different songs.
Yeah.
We had that experience a couple of days ago. We went to see a band, and some of their songs sounded like 4 songs merged together to make one single song. It was horrible. But the reason why it was horrible was because they couldn't play.
Yeah.
Not that they couldn't play. I'm being a little bit harsh. They were not very good.
They were not very good, and they couldn't merge them together.
No, they really felt like separate portions of a song. Here, in my opinion, the glue that really merges everything together is the vocals, because the vocals are consistent.
I was surprised with
throughout.
the vocals.
You were?
Yeah.
I still haven't said my negative.
Oh, well,
and you're already jumping in.
I'm sorry, but we were talking about the vocals. I was very surprised with the vocals because I wasn't expecting them to be that harsh and that deep.
I agree 100%. It was almost like brutal death metal. The vocals. It was almost like if Dying Fetus was a melodic death metal band. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
I was surprised with the vocals as well. I was expecting the vocals to be harsh, but not
it was like
that harsh.
More like death metal, but with a deathcore vocalist.
Or a brutal death metal vocalist.
Yeah.
All right. So, you're obsessed with deathcore these days. But anyways. So
it's fit for an autopsy. They're really...
Ooh, very similar, actually. Vocally. Not sound-wise necessarily, but vocal. All right. So then, my negative is this. To me, there's too many changes. The song doesn't sound choppy. Each change is very well executed. They're all blended very well together. But to me, there's too many of them. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't need so many times this, because sometimes I feel like my one ear is going to the left and the other ear is going to the right, because the drums are changing, the guitar is going with a melody, then with a heavy riff, then with a melody. The only thing that stays consistent throughout is the vocals, and to me that's one of the things that harmonizes the whole song together. And then the other aspect is that they're really good musicians, so they're able to really change, but not allow the song to feel like it's made up of different songs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have that red line through it. It doesn't.
No red line.
In my opinion, it doesn't, because there's too many changes. You don't need that many changes. You could throw one or two here and there, but the song is like one. Sometimes I feel like as I'm getting comfortable into one melody, it changes into another melody. And then as I'm getting comfortable into that melody, it changes into another one.
The thing is, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I didn't care as much, because they're really good musicians. To me, I was more gazed on the
guitar playing,
the guitar playing in general, and everything that they're doing, because they're amazing musicians. So I was more focused on what they were actually doing and what I was listening to. I feel like you were right about it being, too many changes. But I wasn't focused more on that. I was focused on the actual playing.
Okay, so for
itself. But if the song was because the song's only 3 minutes, 4 minutes. If the song was a lot longer and those changes were a little bit longer, I feel like it would have worked better.
Maybe. I mean, you have to think this way. If this was a prog death metal band and you incorporate those changes, the problem with the changes is not how many changes there are within a song. You have to look at a few parameters. What's the length of the song? How many changes are you going to put in there? How long are those changes? If you have a song that's 10 minutes long and you throw 5 or 6 changes in there, and each change each change takes you on a different path for like 3-4 minutes. That's fine.
Yeah, because it's a long song.
It's a long song, and you have the prog, and you have prog elements into it that allow you to. Because with a prog song, you can pretty much do anything you want, and it'll still work because that's part of that genre, that style, that delivery, right? We're talking about melodic death metal here, right? So to me, for a song that's 4 minutes long, there's just too many. It sometimes feels like there's too much happening, which doesn't allow you to focus on one specific thing. For a song to become memorable, you have to be able to focus on one thing at a time.
And have it go into your memory.
It have to go into a memory bank. So every time you listen to that riff or that solo or that chorus, exactly. When you're changing too frequently and you're not staying within that new melody or that new tempo for a long period of time, it's hard for the song to become memorable. So that is my beef with the song. Overall, if you look at it, the reason why the song is not choppy is because they're really good at blending it in and still allow the song to work. And to me, the vocals also play a big role in that. But if you look at the drums and the guitar playing, the only consistent aspect is the vocals. The vocals never change. The tempo that he has to his voice and the melody that he has and the harshness is the same all the way through.
Yeah.
The drums are constantly going in different directions. The guitar, the guy is absolutely unbelievable, but he's going in a lot of different directions. So my point is this, like I said, for a song to become memorable, you have to allow yourself to be married to the song.
There has to be something there that can easily catch your attention.
Yeah, so something. Like you have to have some consistency so that it can stay with you. If things are constantly changing, nothing really stays with you. You know, like if I like the song, but it's going to be hard for me to point one specific moment of the song
because there's so many changes.
Yeah, that I was married to. That I was like, wow, man, that riff at that, like, no, I like the first one. I like the second one. I also like I like what he did throughout, but it was just too much of it, in my opinion.
Okay.
In my opinion. I mean, you disagree? That's my opinion.
I feel like if I listen to it more and I pay attention to that then I'll agree with you more. But I was more focused on the actual playing itself.
Okay, fair enough. I just felt like
I have to appreciate some skill.
Yeah, no. Listen, I was just going to say this. To me, it almost felt like they're really good, and they want to show how good they are, and then they put too much junk in the trunk. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't need to. Like you don't need to do that in order to showcase how good you are. You can spread it out a little bit more, and I think that to me is it's just a little knock. I mean, I'm just giving you my opinion.
Yeah.
But
that's why we're here, to give our opinions.
Exactly. All right. On that note, we're done for today, but come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.